Hello, welcome to another GTFU highlights video. We are in the Suzuka in what looks like a Monsoon. We've got Johnson, DP and Dangerfield top three on the grid. The lights are out and we are already away. No one on dry tyres for this one. That wasn't worth the gamble at all. As we all plough in a fog of spray down into the first corner. Looks like DP maybe got his nose in front of... Yep, DP's got the lead there. Is that Mike going wide off the track? Yeah, it looked like Mike going a bit wide into the first corner as they're all kind of shuffling and bundling in up through the S's, and Johnson looks like he's got it back past DP, so that's swapped back to how the grid was. I think the grid was in that order. The championship, however, DP and Mike are equal on points at the top. I think Grandad is like 3 points behind, so there's a lot of... The championship is at stake in this race for DP to either maintain that second, not take any risks, and just hope that Johnson makes a mistake and he can capitalise on that one. And it looks like he really wants that place. He's not settling for second. Let's put it that way. Although that didn't go so. A lot of puddles through there. Under the bridge then and up to the hairpin. It's a good overtaking spot, is the hairpin. Everyone's still, no one looks like they've dropped too far off the back just yet. All still grouped up into a nice pack. No overtaking moves just here. Mike just making himself a little bit space, taking a slightly wider line. Actually looks like he got a better run than Dangerfield out there, so is he going to have a look at that podium spot for himself? The spoon maybe, or up the back straight? As we go on board with Dangerfield, you can see Mike in his mirrors all over. But and DP put some early braking on there, and Dangerfield looked like he had nowhere to go. Is he going to get a better run out and up the straight up to 130R? He's really right on behind him. We can get some long overtaking moves up here, and Mike as well hoping to capitalise, like I say, on any incidents up front, but no, it looks like that is... Oh, Dangerfield gets it all kind of wrong on 130R, goes a bit sideways there, and that gives Mike his podium that he was after. Now, Grandad in 5th, equal first in the championship. Dangerfield picks up a penalty as well for his troubles, which isn't ideal, so Dangerfield looking for... Grumpy Grandad looking for any points he can get out of this. And he's on course. If you can just keep it on the track, you might make up a few positions in these treacherous conditions. He's certainly going to get that 4th if he can stay that close to Dangerfield. We can't even see them into the first corner. That's how rainy it is here. Yeah. Oh, and that's is that Mike going off again at the first turn, and that's Dangerfield gets... I think Dangerfield got a tag there, or did he slide? But the result is that Grumpy Grandad gets up there, and I think Mike went down to... I don't even know where Mike ended up. I can't see. Oh, he's on 4th at the minute. So it wasn't too bad for Mike, but I'd say he's fighting for the championship here, equal first with DP, who is currently ahead of him with someone in between. So it's a tricky situation for Mike. He's going to have to be a bit patient. Oh, and Dangerfield sliding all over again. He's really heavy-footed, obviously, with that throttle in the slippery conditions here. What we're going to be looking at now, let's have a look here. So this is Wacky and Hyde might get past Dangerfield with that penalty. And Dangerfield still sliding around all over. He's got slicks on, I think. He's got wet tyres on, but struggling to keep that car under control. That's a good view, isn't it? You can see what's happening all over the place there then. So, and that's someone going around the outside there of Mike, or trying to. Did he get a better run? Not sure who that was. So back to the front, so Johnson's still out in front there, up into the S's. DP not giving him a lot of breathing room, so he'll be wary of not making any mistakes. It's very easy to make mistakes. And DP's having a look around the outside of the last turn of Spoon. That's not a normal overtaking place. Is he going to get it through there? He has got it through. No, he hasn't. Johnson going very, very wide through there. DP's still in second. It's pretty much equal. Like I said, there's a long overtaking spots here, so this is side by side through there, and DP's got it done around the outside. That was a nice move. Fair play to you, DP. So that's very good for his championship. He's hoping to go up to the top of the tables here. We look back as we go on to lap 4, so Dangerfield and Hyde. Dangerfield now in 5th, has dropped back from the podium position, served his penalty, and that has let Mike past. And now Dangerfield's gone wide, and he's going to lose a whole boatload of places there. He'll lose 3 places on that one corner, including Bees, Wacky, and I'm not sure who the front one was. I think maybe it was Mike. It's a bit difficult to tell, can't see the names very clearly. So we've got this big midfield battle going on now. This is the battle for 7th position, or maybe even 6th. Yeah, 6th position. So that's Bees currently holding 6th. Who's in 7th? It's Wacky in 7th. That's who it was. So Dangerfield now wanting to make up some places, make up for his mistakes. He's gone from 3rd to 8th in 4 laps. So it's not been a great run for him. Bees having a slightly better time than last time, although still not great. Normally he's up at the top of the championship board, but he's quite low down on this one so far, so he needs to book his ideas up, as we say. Into the hairpin then, Bees taking a slightly wider line than Wacky, trying to get around the outside. That gives Dangerfield the inside, but actually nothing shuffles there and it all remains the same, unless someone got a better run out. Like Dangerfield might have got the best run out. Bees kind of pulls over to try to get past Wacky, not realising I think that Dangerfield is there. No harm done, just a little tap. And Dangerfield has taken that place off Bees. He was hoping to get the 6th and he's dropped down to the 8th. So well done, Danger. Try and keep it on the track now, and you should, as I say that, he loses the back end. That's really going to compromise his run onto the straight, but we're not going to see it because I've got away from it. But we are still with the same battle, so we've got Dangerfield in 7th, Bees in 8th, Wacky in 6th, same as we last saw it, so obviously Bees didn't get a better run up that straight, but Bees is certainly keeping very close in his wheel tracks, keeping a face full of spray. Dangerfield off again. Is that going to give Bees the 7th? He's got the outside, which then becomes the inside, which then becomes the outside, which then becomes the inside. I love this series of corners, they're great. But nothing doing there. Dangerfield's managed to keep Bees at bay just about, but it's given. Is that Mancy sneaked up there? I didn't see Mancy sneaking up, but Mancy in 9th now looking pretty quick, and Bees is the one who slides this time. Is that going to give Mancy that 8th position? Bees is just Bees is having another nightmare. Dangerfield must have made a mistake there, because Bees is right back with him. Wacky's got himself a bit of breathing room. Mancy now having a look at the inside of Bees, up into the hairpin, and want to try and switch to the other side for the actual hairpin, but Bees has got that one covered. But Mancy gets the cut back on the way out. Is he going to get a better run? He's certainly keeping Bees looking in his mirrors. Up to Spoon then, very quick run up to Spoon. Very tricky corner, I find Spoon. It's difficult to judge the braking on it. And then we've skipped on now, we're on lap 6, so we are 12 minutes in. This is Johnson in 2nd, and Mike has come back to Johnson and is, like I say, wanting to make up that championship points. So keep it in line with DP. Now he's got past him nicely on the inside into the first corner, and now all he's going to do is chase DP down. I say all he's going to do, it's quite a lot to ask, isn't it? But he'll be doing his best to do that. So now we've got Wacky, Dangerfield caught back up to Wacky now, so obviously Wacky's had a little bit of a slide, or Dangerfield is just taking more risks and going quicker. A little bit of action in the background as well. That's Bees and Mancy, I think. I think that was Mancy getting past Bees. No, it wasn't. No, it doesn't say it on the tower. So Grumpy Grandad, 3rd in the championship, only 3 points behind. So Mike is definitely catching DP as we go on to the long straight here. Focus on Mike for a little while, see if you can catch him. He's definitely making some good ground on it. But I think maybe we'll come back to that one a little bit later, unless there's something going to happen here. Let's just follow it for a moment. I've just realised we're going through the order, so I haven't called them, but you can call them yourself. Yeah, I didn't realise that was happening. So Tiggs at the back, bless him. We'll give Tiggs a little bit of coverage for a moment. Just that, actually, not too much. We don't want to get his ego too inflated. This battle is still raging now for 6th position, I suppose it is now. So Dangerfield, Mancy's got up with them now, and B's a little bit further back, and Dangerfield completely loses it, full 360 there, all the way around. Actually doesn't lose massive amounts of time, does lose that position to B's. Yeah, that was just on the wrong part of the track there, lost all the grip. So Mike now has caught up to DP, so things are really kicking off now, Mike and DP. These rainy conditions providing some great racing. Shame CJ's not here because he loves the rain. But is DP going to get any kind of run? Can he, what's the word I'm looking for? Can he scare DP into some kind of mistake and maybe slide past DP? Does look a bit slidey, but I think actually the car is a bit glitchy. We are now on board with Mike as we go into turn 1 on lap 8. And oh no, Mike, you've gone wide. So did all that work to catch right back up to DP. Got a little bit of slipstream wash, I think, and just sent it wide at turn 1. So he's going to have to do all that work again, and hopefully he will, and we'll come back to that race for the end, because that is the championship battle right now. This is a little bit of fun mid-pack, although I think all 3 of these would like to be at the top of the championship, and indeed should be at the top of the championship. But so currently Mancy 7th, B's 8th, Dangerfield 9th. Nothing to call between them, just takes one little mistake, and that pack could shuffle up completely. Although Mancy does look like he's on a mission to try and get up with Wacky, get up to 6th and maybe beyond. So that's Dangerfield looking up the inside of B's. That means he's going to be around the outside, and Dangerfield completely gets it sideways on the grass. Punts Mancy off. That is unfortunate. I think he was trying to wait for Mancy, didn't realise that Bees was behind him. Just gets himself completely off track. Like, I'm sorry everyone, that was my bad. So fair enough. Shame that, because it's kind of ruined that mid-pack race. However, if we're looking for a race, this is the battle for the lead, and indeed the lead of the championship. So this is Mike and DP, and Mike has definitely got to grips with this track better than DP, barring that one mistake. He's still sliding it, but that's obviously the quick way to go. Not sure which way to choose. Tries to get it up the inside. DP, maybe a little bit of panic, slides the back end round. A little bit of a nudge from Mike. It's not the prettiest overtaking or battle I've ever seen, but in these conditions that's probably about how it should be. So nothing doing there just yet, but Mike is really showing his potential for that win, and trying to earn himself the lead of the championship. We're going to skip on now. This is the end of lap 9 going up to lap 10, and Mike looks like he's got a much better run out of the last section of corners than DP, so he's going to go for the inside on the first corner. Hopefully there'll be no sliding around. A bit tricky to tell where DP is, because that's definitely a bit of lag going on there, but Mike nicely just slides it up the inside, much prettier than their attempts around Spoon, and that is Mike in the lead of the race, and indeed in the lead of the championship. So we'll keep an eye on that one, see if anything happens up front, if Mike makes a mistake. If he doesn't, I fear that DP will drop back, because Mike was definitely looking quicker than DP, and Dangerfield does it again right off the track, all the way around. Yeah, I think just maybe too heavy-footed on the throttle. He's gone from 3rd to the very last place. That puts Tiggs into 9th. Nice one, Tiggs. What's this? This is Bees with a penalty. And he is currently in 8th. So yeah, Bees. Again, I think he's actually the defending champion, but and he's having a really bad one there. I don't know what happened there. That was so weird. And a 1.5 penalty, 1.5 second penalty to boot. So that's going to let Tiggs into 8th, and actually Bees now goes to the very back of the pack. Like I say, defending champion, had a terrible race last round in Fuji. Where was it? What's it called? Autopolis. That's it. And managing to continue his run of bad luck here in Japan at Suzuka. So it's this is the battle on the track at the minute, and it's the battle not to be last, basically. So B's 1.5 second penalty is really going to hinder him, but he's wanting to get past before he has to serve it. get as much space as possible and maybe just end up in 9th rather than 10th. This is the Tiggs train at the minute. Sounds like a very cute thing, but actually I've done Tiggs an injustice there. He's not holding them up. He's actually pulled out a little bit. So, battle there between Dangerfield and Bees, but Bees has his penalty to serve. Now we've got Dangerfield right on the back of Tiggs. Bees has dropped out of it. I think Bees will be in that final position. We've only got 2.5 minutes left of this race. We're on lap 11. I think it's about 14 laps. So this is the battle of the minute. Tiggs getting it all wrong into there. That's going to either maybe give him a penalty, and Bees getting it wrong again. That's going to maybe give Tiggs a penalty. It's certainly going to give Dangerfield the run. He gets to choose his line into turn 1, and he's going for the inside. Might even get it done before turn 1. However, Dangerfield, we've seen, has not been the most reliable at turn 1, so we'll see if he can manage to get it round there, all facing in one direction. He does indeed, so that is Dangerfield up into 8th and Tiggs in 9th, and I think that's probably where Tiggs is going to finish. Dangerfield still sliding it there. So we're going to look at this battle here. This is the battle for 4th. This is Grandad, Hyde, Wacky and Mancy. All in this one. Sorry about the voice, by the way, I'm not feeling so good. Anyway. So this is important for the championship because Grandad is only 3 points behind the two in the first 2 positions, so it's really going to drop him down his championship, especially if Hyde manages to get past him. Hyde also very quick and probably should be looking at the sharp end of the championship, but isn't currently, although this is only the second round of 5, so plenty of work yet to do. Slipstreaming up the back straight then, Hyde hoping to do an Alonso into 130R. Quite managed to do it, but then there's a big braking zone here, which is an ideal overtaking spot. I think he's a bit too far. That would have been a little bit of a lunge. As we skip to the end of the race, that's Mike coming home in first. Well done, Mike, leading the championship. DP in second in the championship. Johnson rolls it in third, had a pretty uneventful race, kept it nice and clean, was in first at one point. Grandad in fourth, Hyde in fifth, Wacky in sixth, Mancy in seventh. Dangerfield disappointing after the early podium position. Oh, blimey, didn't give me much time there. Thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you for the next one.